Niso here, and today we're gonna talk about the new Broodmother changes. First of all, the Aghanim shard no longer reduces web recharge time. I think this was pretty obvious that this will come. The shard was just not intended to even have web's reduced charge time at all. It was not in tooltip, it was probably just a leftover from the old Aghanim shard. Yeah, so this is not a surprise for me. And I think this is not the biggest deal with the new talent that got added. Then we got the Insatiable Hunger. The lifesteal got reduced by a lot in the early levels, from 70 to 40%. I think this is a big deal for like the 1 point in the spell. It's not that big of a deal if you take more than 1 point. Like the second point is 60%, that's pretty okay. It's still like 20% less than compared to before with the second point. But it's not as of a huge gap as with level 1. It is like level 1 is 30%. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure either you want to put in more than 1 point in the spell right now, maybe you take like 2 or 3 points in the spell, or you just skip this spell entirely, depending on the lane you're playing against. For example, if you're playing against those trading lanes, like the LCs, the Tidehunters, you probably want to put like 2 or 3 points in the spell, and then you can still just run at them. But if you're playing against heroes that cannot contest you at all, maybe you just don't take a single point in this and you just level up webs in Silken Bowler. Silken Bowler is also pretty nice, you get more slow and then also more impact damage. Yeah, so I need to test this out, but I think you don't want to put 1 point in the spell. Like, you either put 2 points in the spell or 0. I think that's probably the way to go now. But we need to test this out for sure. And then for the talent, the level 15 talent, we got changed from 15% cooldown reduction to minus 15 seconds web recharge time. In terms of other spells that are not spin webs, like the Silken Bowler and the ultimate with the spawn spiralings, this is a bit of a nerf, but I don't think it is the biggest nerf, right? This is probably only like a nerf for those E-Blade Degen builds that are up right now, or just the E-Blade builds in general. But for the spells itself, like the spawn spiralings, it's just 1 second. That, like the 15% cooldown reduction is just 1 second. I don't think this is that big of a deal. But if you check out the web's recharge time, I think this is a pretty big buff, right? Like in terms of the webs itself. Like 15% of webs are, I think, like 6 seconds, right? So the old talent gave us minus 6 seconds, but right now with the new talent we got minus 15 seconds, which is way better, like way better than 6 seconds. And also, we don't need to wait until minute 20 anymore. Like before, those minus 15 seconds web recharge time were on the shard, right? That we got for minute 20. But right now we can get this at minute 15, 16, 17 maybe if you have a bad game. If you have a really good game, maybe you get it before minute 15, right? So you get this talent on average probably 4 to 5 minutes earlier than compared to the old shard. So this will allow Brood to be way more mobile early on, right? We're not that much area reliant anymore. We can take like the mid and their triangle, and then also the other lanes just way earlier than we could before, without building in Aghanims. Right? Like I think the Aghanims is still in a pretty bad spot right now. But I think this talent is pretty nice buff to Brood. Like, at least in my opinion. Of course, for all those active item builds, it's not that good. But compared, like, the revs aspect itself is a buff, I think. Just because we are more mobile than before. Then for the level 20 talent, the damage got reduced from 18 to 15. I think this is pretty big nerf. Like 3 damage seems small, But if you do the math and you got like 30 spiders, this is 90 damage, right? Like this is a lot that we lose. So I think this is a pretty big deal. Maybe we'll see the health talent get picked up a little bit more. But usually the health talent only is good with normal hit brute builds, like the right click brute builds. So maybe with the need of putting more points in Insatiable Hunger early on, and the level 20 talent, spider damage talent getting reduced, maybe we'll see a little bit more of normal hit brutes. I'm not sure yet. I still think the spider build is pretty good. Especially with the less webs recharge time early on. We can probably get more items early on, so yeah, the level 20 talent, we will just hit this timing a little bit earlier with the reps recharge time, I think. But I'm not sure about it yet. I need to try this out and I will give you guys an update. Yeah, but I think those are my first impressions. Overall, I would say this is a nerf to Brood, but not the biggest nerf. I still think Brood is pretty good, and she's probably still really playable in both mid and offlane. She's just more balanced. Like in the old patch, Brood was just freaking overpowered, and I think right now she seems balanced, right? She's just not an auto win that you just win like 90% of games anymore. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. See you later.